Hello, indie fans, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be looking at a fun little physics game called Crashtastic. I shouldn't say little, this is actually quite big and quite fun. I've been actually playing this for about an hour before I started recording, which is rare for me. Usually I kind of get right down to business. Today I just felt like experimenting and playing around with this. Seems to have put the wrong password in. There we go. So, what is Crashtastic about? It is basically like an obstacle course with a Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts style build your own vehicle editor. So they give you an objective, and your point is to create some sort of a vehicle that can deal with that objective, however it may be. So we're gonna start out with the easiest possible thing, go forward. And this is the editor, and here's your guy, and you can rotate him around. And the editor, it looks like there's not very much to do with it, like there's just a handful of parts, but actually, given how this all works, it's quite amazing how many different combinations of stuff you can come up with. So, since our objective is so simple, I'm just going to build a very quick little car of some sort. I could be using longer sticks as well, they don't have to be like this. I can already tell this is going to get convoluted quite fast because this is a very unorthodox style to build a car in. That's okay. We're here to have fun with this thing, why not? So let's do a couple of steerable wheel. No, let's do suspension first because you got to have that. We'll do double suspension so it's nice and wiggly. And we'll put the wheels off of that. So you can connect stuff at any of these blue junctures, which makes it very easy to create very elaborate and unnecessarily overwrought designs. But that's, you know, part of the fun, like I said. So we put our steerable wheels in the front. Or if you're more of a rear-wheel drive type person, you can put them in the back. But you probably don't want to put them on all four, otherwise you're going to have a little difficulty actually steering. And if you want to go crazy, you can actually make it all the way down, because there's not really a limit to what you can build as far as I can tell. Well, all of a sudden this got more orthodox looking. I've actually been messing around with this thing for a while, and I haven't really run into any instance where the editor says no. Like, you've run out of memory, you're not allowed to do that. Anything like that. There doesn't seem to be a boundary to it. It's just, you go as far as you want to go. And I'm going to make a little box to put our guy in, because some of these challenges involve not letting him touch the ground. And that should probably do it. Oh, and the most important thing, to propel him, of course, we need a rocket. And we can mount that to the back, and then we click once to mount, click again to actually set the direction it goes in. So I think that's pretty good for a very basic start. So here we are in the course. All we need to do is go over there somewhere. We start by setting our rocket power, just like the Nickelodeon show, and we're going to set it down to very, very low, because these rockets are incredibly powerful. So 10% is probably plenty. And let it go. And actually that was not quite as powerful as I thought it would be, but in the past I've always gone too far with that. So I thought I would be extra safe. Well, I'm slowly but surely succeeding here. I probably could have let that a little bit higher, we would have been done by now. There we go, success. We've accomplished something with our lives. But, you know, the real fun comes from when you don't accomplish so much and you just sort of spectacularly smash yourself into a wall. This game actually has quite good physics. And on top of the physics, quite good graphics for how simple it is. Like, there's not a lot going on, but what's there is very well put together, and it's very, it's got a nice theme to it, a nice aesthetic. Reminds me a little bit of, like, the whole Portal industrial-looking, clean, sterile, experimental environment. And of course these are like Lego blocks to put together, but more like there's like another competing Lego style thing that I remember from my childhood, but I can't remember what it's called. I didn't really pay attention to what the objective here was, but I'm going to assume it's go forward some more. Probably don't fly out of your car or something. So I left the rocket a little more powerful this time, and it looks like we are to our objective much, much faster. Or was that not our objective? What was I supposed to do? Oh, right, get some air. Okay. That'll show me for not reading. So let's go back to retry. There's also a replay option, which is super awesome, because you can actually see your spectacular fails and wins. Let's save this vehicle, because it's always good to have that. We'll save it as, I don't know, 6-wheel. Whoa, can't type. There we go. And then we can go back to that later. Hello, very close up. Load, I have a whole bunch of little things I've messed around with. I don't remember what I used for the flying one, but it's probably something like this. Yeah. That's going to be a good design, right? Alright, let's just bring that right in. And we'll leave the rockets at like 53%. Sounds good. We win! And where's the ground? I think the ground is gone. We've transcended the boundaries of space and time here. We're flying and flying, and I guess eventually I'll either... Okay, I won. Let me see, I'll either win or I'll eventually find the ground again. It looks like I have. And there it is. So I think that was plenty high enough. Let's check out the next level. Reach a minimum speed of 80. Okay, we can do that. Probably not with the stilt thing, though. That's probably not a very good vehicle for that. So let's pick my truck that I built. I didn't show you, but there's also braces, and that's what all these designs are. You can actually connect from one point to the other from the blue spots with braces to give some extra added security, and this one actually feels more like a car frame the way it smacks around. Reinforced on most of these joints. But of course the guy is just really like out in the open to go flying, so if you hit anything, you're pretty much not going to win if the objective is to stay in the car. Alright, so let's keep the rocket down at like 24. Oh, there is no rocket here. What am I doing? This is built... I made this for a later one where you just roll down a hill. Okay, my bad. Let's put a rocket on it real quick. Just need one. And put the power down and go. I did it again. What was I supposed to do? Oh, I was supposed to go really fast, and I didn't do that. Alright, maybe this is not the best vehicle for that, then. What else did I have that was better? Car 1, maybe? Well, they're probably in order, so... Oh yeah, this is a great-looking car. I'm sure this will succeed swimmingly. Go! Did I win? Yes, I did! Success indeed. New record! So you can go back and play, and it'll keep track of all of your objectives and how well you did. So you can actually play these same levels a bunch of times and enjoy that as well. So in this one, we just have to roll down a hill and not fall out of the car. And then we can actually get proper use out of this truck thing here. Alright, we don't really need anything. Oh yeah, there's no rocket, so I don't have to worry about that. So let's roll. And success. And of course that hill isn't too kind on the truck, but you can see how the frame reacts, which is kind of cool. Feel bad for that poor little test dummy guy. He definitely gets the short end of the stick. So slide to, and I think this is just like the last one, just a little longer. Pretty sure we got this one in the bag. I don't even need to steer. Maybe I do need to steer, actually. Oh, okay, well I made it, just barely. Very good. We cannot touch the ground, must cross the finish line, so this is, again, the same hill. Even longer this time. Don't worry, we're going to get some better stuff in a second, so I'll just give it a little bit of a nudge to the left. Cool. Success. New record. Doing better every time. Alright, cross the finish line. This is going to involve some actual propulsion, it looks like. Very minor propulsion. So let's bring in car 2 for that. This is my very well-built guy box situation, so he's not going to go flying. And this one should actually hold up pretty well at higher speeds, because that's the other thing. The speed will just tear most of these cars apart. Yeah, this one does quite well with that. And you can see it speeding off into the distance. And eventually, if I turn it... Oh, okay, too late. Alright, head-on collision, don't touch the ground. Well, the car I just made is perfect for that. Let's run over this guy and be perfectly happy about what we've done. And make lots of little gibs out of him. The graphics being really nice in this situation with recording on, I think when we get into a lot of collision and physics stuff, it does tend to dip a little bit. But I wouldn't hold it against the game. There's just a few situations when that even comes up. So let's set this down 25 and we're going to do a jump. Let's do a jump. Brilliant. And there goes the frame. That's okay though. Oh, where's it going? So I mean, really the appeal of this game is just to let your imagination run wild and just come up with the weirdest, craziest, you know, whatever experimental vehicles you feel like making and see if you can complete these objectives. Just to give you an example of that, let's check out my Springbox car, which is made pretty much completely of shock absorbers. These two don't belong. And this is not a very successful vehicle, despite how it may look as such. Let's turn this way down, and I'll show you how this does not really work. It's quite top-heavy. As soon as you start to do any kind of turning, this thing is just going to go sprinting off into the distance without you, where it will then find its way to a wall and demolish itself. That started as an experiment to see how many pieces of suspension I could put on one vehicle, and it didn't ever reach an end, so a lot, apparently. I had the whole thing completed. I had a box going all the way around him, you know, up, and then all the way across on every side, so there was plenty of suspension going on. And you can just go nuts with this stuff, look. I'm just clicking arbitrarily, put wheels on it, do whatever you want. There's no rules, you just have fun with it. I'm certain this car is going to be really good, right? Let's put some rockets on it. What is this abomination? And put the rockets, of course, facing all different directions just to make sure this thing just combusts into a hail of shrapnel. Perfect. And let's put some braces on it because nothing works greater than braces on suspension. On shock absorbers, I mean. It doesn't, like, defeat the point or anything. A little annoying, sometimes the camera takes over and decides that it wants you to look in a certain direction because you're clicking on a certain surface. I get why it's doing that, but at times I would prefer to rather be in control of the camera. And it is very easy to manipulate this view. I mean, it's just all left clicks and then right click to delete stuff, so you'll get the hang of it very quickly when you play it. So this is going to be probably the most successful run I've had. Let's see what happens. There we go. Well, those wheels seem to have been bound by nothing for a while. That was a little less interesting than I actually expected. Thing looks like it's alive. Alright, well, that was just for fun anyway. So let's go back to the editor. Let's load up our last car 2 there, which I believe was the most successful for just about every possible situation so far. I probably didn't want that to be so high. Yeah, I really didn't. But, you know, sometimes it's fun to crash, too. Alright, let's try that again with the rocket way down. 37 should be a lot better. And we'll carefully steer him around this turn, hoping it doesn't fall apart. It did fall apart, oh well. Crash. Alright, let's try that again a little bit slower this time. Should probably make the difference. And this car is definitely capable of navigating simple turns like this, so... also, the rocket will cut out at one point or another. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I need to be going faster. It seems like the rocket is filled with a certain amount of fuel, and once it runs out, you're just really left to coast. Unfortunately, I gotta really go slow through this one. I've not quite been able to build a high-speed race car yet. I'm working on it. You guys can work on it too. Whoa! Hang on a second here, that's not right. I was doing good. You know, probably went all this time and never even mentioned this is just an alpha. This game is actually not available yet. But I am having a great time with it. and I'm certain that when it is ready for public consumption, it will be very popular. I've seen the amount of success that physics games tend to have, and even something as simple as Sumotori Dreams is quite fun. That is really obnoxious how close I am to the exit. And Sumotori Dreams hardly does anything. You just kind of let it go, or, you know, hit a couple buttons and smack some fat guys around. This is a lot more in-depth, and there's a lot you can do with it. A lot of experimentation, creativity, and plus you get to see the fruits of your labor and drive around the thing that you created. This one might work if I can roll through the door. Of course I probably can't. Nope. A little faster, maybe? I think I'm going too hard on this turn. Alright, maybe just like this. No! Damn you. Ah. Okay, maybe let's try a different car. There's possibly a better option here. How's the Rover gonna do with this? It's got a nice, large, long setup here. See if this has any better luck. Oh, you know, I think this is before I was smart enough to realize that I shouldn't be using all steerable wheels. Okay, well that didn't work very well, did it? Let's just for fun, let's replace some of these wheels and see what happens. Let's do regular wheel, regular wheel, regular wheel, regular wheel, regular wheel, and regular shell. Okay. Let's show about a Blue Jay. Alright, this actually might work. This is a much more conservative turn. I'm taking this really easy. Oh man, it's gonna get out of control again, isn't it? No, I might make it. I'm making it! Awesome. Alright, we overcame adversity, and we'll speed off into the sunset. Like they did in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, high on ether. No, probably not that part. Alright, head-on collision time. This is where the frame rate's going to take a hit, so bear with me here. Let's smash some stuff into some other stuff. 100%, let's go. Did I win? No, I gotta stay in the car. Alright, this car is not going to be acceptable for this challenge at all. Let's go back and switch him over to the car 2 again. There's 2 car 2s, and I think that's just because I modified it a little bit with better rockets or something, or changed the way the rockets were set up. I don't know why I'm turning it down. Just go! Success! Whoa, it launched me at the end. I even like these very minimalistic gray box, like arena-shaped areas that we do our driving in. I think that they're very nice. Alright, next level. I think we gotta do another, yeah, don't touch the ground, head-on collision. Go! Go! Oh man, did I live? Alright, I don't even know where my guy is. The frame rate went so downhill. Well, that's okay. Now we get to do the fun stuff. We get to cross a chasm. Here we go. So you can see what we're up against here. This is, I feel like we're playing Mirror's Edge or something. Alright, let's do this. I'm positive this car can do this because this is the one I won in. But this was the hardest challenge by far. I think I had to set out a very specific number on the rocket, and then I had to roll through the door. You'll see, this is going to be interesting. So that is not how I did it. Okay, that was not even close to the right number. Let's try that again. Let's jump that up to like 50-ish. 46. Okay, that's a good start. Alright, we got this time. Maybe. No. Close! Close, but absolutely no cigar. Alright, let's do a little bit more. 52%. Should be enough. Let's see what a change, like a minute change, like a few percent can do. Oh man, I'm a speeding package. Okay, no I'm not. That one might have worked if the aiming was a little bit better. Let's turn it down 2%. Low-fat milk style. Let's go. Oh man, come on, roll it through. Oh. Yeah, I haven't made a perfect vehicle that can take the jump and still make it through the finish line yet. I'm working on it. This has definitely been the closest one so far. I may have used too many joints, which makes the thing break apart too easily. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of like when it breaks apart because it's fun to look at. Oh, and let me show you here, you got the replay feature too. And you can actually save your videos, which is awesome, so you can upload them straight to YouTube or save them locally and edit them and make montages of all your attempts or whatever you choose to do with that. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to beat this if I keep at it long enough. I just gotta get the right angle and then roll through. Oh man. Nope. I was hoping he'd just hang in there in that box and just roll his way all the way down. Maybe a little bit more juice, actually. Oh, wow, I actually made the jump for the first time. Or one of the first times, I should say. I think I've made it a few times. Alright, that actually went pretty well. Let's juice it up a little bit more. Let's go for a home run. You catch my metaphor. Oh man, I got it! And right into the wall, and he has broken every bone in his imaginable strange robot body. Alright, new records across the board. We've done it. We've crossed the chasm. Now what do we have to do? Target plateau. I have not seen this one yet. What on earth do I have to do here? Do I have to launch myself all the way across that huge gap with no ramp? Oh, this is going to be interesting. I have to build some sort of a jetpack for this. I feel like I'm playing Pilot Wings. I don't think I'm quite up to this. Let's just launch him off the cliff and see what happens. Alright, I see a collision coming up. That is correct. Alright, well, I think this has been a more than necessary, perhaps, look at Crashtastic. I say that just because I didn't want to stop playing. This is such an addictive, fun game. And I will post the link in the description so you guys can follow the progress with this still in development game. And I should definitely recommend that you support this developer because this game is really fun and deserves your attention. You can also skip the levels in case you didn't notice that button that showed up every single time. So if that one, for whatever reason, doesn't tickle your fancy, we can go right on to this sweet half pipe. Man, I can't even stop playing this even though I want to. Even though I'm going to run out of hard drive space. Holy crap. Ah! Alright, well, that's how the robot car crumbles, I suppose. Wow, he's having a hard time. Okay, well, that will do it for this episode. As always, head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions where I post every night's video. You can feel free to leave comments, share the videos with friends, leave me recommendations, whatever you want to do. Also, follow me on Twitter if you can, @RockleySmile or @IndieImpression. I'm also working on a website, so there's going to be an increased web presence for Indie Impressions coming up in the near future. So look forward to that. It's going to be a few weeks off, perhaps, but I've just started the process today. And there's a short lead time on these videos, so that means I've potentially started it a couple days ago, so your wait is already shorter. And I think that will do it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great night.